Duffy Health Center in Hyannis is working on a new program. To talk more about that, Dominique DeCola is joining us. She is a recovery support navigator. I want to talk a little bit about the medication-assisted treatment program, and I think that it recently actually got expanded to younger adults.
Correct.
Or even teens.
Yep.
Tell me a little bit about what is medication-assisted treatment.
So medication-assisted treatment is Suboxone and Vivitrol, and yes, we did just expand to 16 and 17-year-olds. It's for opioid use disorder, and it helps cravings. They help the cravings, but the Vivitrol blocks your opioid receptors, so you can the opioid no longer sticks to your receptor and gets you high.
Yeah, so that, even if you were to use it, you wouldn't reap the benefits.
Yes.
So it helps people not really have motivation to use drugs. Is it a tough program for individuals who are taking part?
We're a very strict program, as far as we kind of differentiate from a lot of other clinics or Suboxone programs, because in our program you need to have behavioral health, you need to, we urine drug screen weekly, and we do scripts weekly. So at the beginning it's very strict. We want you on track. We're testing your levels, and you must participate in behavioral health, and we do individual and groups. So there's a lot of components that go into it, as well as medical and case management.
Now, are they receiving both the medical assisted treatment and the mental health therapy at Duffy?
Correct.
Wow, so it's just a one-stop
stop shop. Yep.
Yeah, which is really nice. Conveniently located in Hyannis, which is also great. What makes Duffy's program so unique?
Well, there's a million things that makes Duffy unique. But in my experience, I've never worked at a place that cares so much, and that you can stop one place and get all your services, your mental health services, your primary care, your case management, housing. As far as our adolescent program goes, I think what's so unique about it is, one, we're the only place on Cape Cod that is allowed to prescribe 16 and 17-year-olds with Suboxone, and that's great because we need more adolescent services. And another thing is, we actually opened up the whole top apartment to Duffy, so we have a special place for the teens to build life skills, to build, we're going to do cooking classes. Cape Cod Academy actually said they would come in and help tutor, like our kids want to go back to school. It's really amazing. We wrap around them and we give them any service they need right there and then.
You know what's always impressed me about Duffy, and I've taken a few tours, is that, when it really does, it doesn't feel like a second-rate care facility. This is a first-rate care facility, and all of the individuals who seek treatment at Duffy are treated with such great respect. I think the staff does that as well. It's not just the building and the facility, but the staff really makes. Do you think that's important for people who are taking advantage of programs at Duffy?
Absolutely. I have not met one person at Duffy who doesn't care, and I've never worked in such like a team environment where if one person can't help, the other person can, and we just treat with respect. You know what I mean? We put ourselves in other people's shoes and we treat them how we want to be treated.
I think that's so important for some of these individuals who are really working on recovery. Can you share a success story that you've seen at Duffy?
I have many. Now, these kids come in, so right now my age range, I'm a case manager, recovery support navigator for 16 to 25. So all my clients are between 16 and 25. And they come in withdrawing, they come in broken, a lot of them homeless, they don't have much support at home. And then you watch them just succeed, and you see the light come back into their eyes, and they're getting jobs, they're going back to school, they're holding jobs, because it's easy to get a job, but to hold a job. They have money in their pocket, they're getting cars back on the road, they're getting off probation. It's like, I think everyone is a success, and as far as our philosophy, like one day without using, is a success.
How did you end up working for Duffy?
I've worked at other facilities, Gosnell Peer Recovery Center right up the street, and this came across. I was looking for a job, and this came across, and I was like, oh, that would be like the perfect job for me. I'm in school to be for social work, and I love adolescents, and I love addiction, like recovering addiction, and I said, wow, that would be the perfect job for me. And I applied, and I didn't think I would actually get it. And I did, and I'm so grateful. I've never worked at a place so amazing. It
must feel good, too, at the end of the day, because you're really working to make a difference. So that must feel pretty rewarding. The Cape Cod Academy is actually putting on Shelter from the Storm, a concert to raise money, and they have selected Duffy as the recipient. How will those funds help the Duffy Health Center?
Their funds are going to greatly help us. Like I said the other day, we can't have a good program without money, and like that money is going to go to life skills. It's going to go to art supplies. It's going to go to food to feed the kids. It's going to go to helping them cook. You know what I mean? Transportation is a huge issue. It's going to go to salaries to hire people to best wrap around these kids, you know, to help them.
Yeah, so important, such important work. Thank you for stopping by, telling us everything that there is to know about Duffy and its medication-assisted treatment program. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Cape Cod Academy is hosting the Shelter from the Storm concert. To learn more about that, we have with us Addie Terry Welch. Thank you so much for joining us. You're a senior at Cape Cod Academy. How long have you been involved with the concert?
I've been involved with the concert since I was a sophomore.
And what does it feel like to raise money for different causes on the Cape?
It's an amazing feeling, honestly. Being able to see where the money goes to, I think that makes it feel so much better. Like last year when we raised money for the Safe Harbor shelter, we got to actually visit the facility and see what our money would be doing and see the rooms that were going to be getting renovated. And I think doing that is it's a really rewarding experience.
Yeah, it makes you want to work a little harder,
exactly,
right?
Yeah.
And it makes you understand why you're doing what you're doing.
Exactly.
How do you guys select a person or a charity to fund?
So we have a club at our school. It's called the Human Rights Organization, and it's a group of students in the high school. And every week we meet and we discuss the things going on with the concert and different things like that. And so we have people from different organizations on Cape Cod come in and talk to our club, and they kind of like make a pitch and tell us like what the money would be going to, what their charity is, and then collectively as a group the club gets to decide where the money goes.
Wonderful. And you chose, the club chose Duffy Health Center to be the recipient of this year's concert. What made you guys select Duffy Health Center?
I think because addiction is such a big problem on Cape Cod, and it's something that I think most of the people on Cape Cod, they know someone who's been affected, and I think that it just really hit close to home. And so when we were given this opportunity, that really resonated with everyone, and that's why we wanted to help out.
Yes, tell us a little bit about the concert. Lots of different acts perform. How are those acts selected, and how long does it take to put all this together?
Well, it takes about the whole year to get everything going. We start in the fall, where me and the stage manager, Nellie, go with Mr. Brown to different talent shows around Cape Cod. And when we see someone that we think has potential to be in the show, we'll get their contact information, and then we'll have them come to CCA and perform at one of our coffee houses as kind of like an audition process. And we also have like people who've come back from previous shows. So, and then we always like to have like the diversity of different acts. So we really try to make it a good show.
How long is the concert going to be this year?
Well, I think we have about 16 acts this year. I'm not exactly sure how long it's going to run, but probably like an hour and a half.
Wonderful. When is the concert taking place?
It's on February 17th.
And where is it being held?
At the Cape Cod Community College in the Tilden Art Center.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Love the Tilden Art Center.
It's a great facility.
How much will people be paying to get entrance to enter the concert?
It is $5 for students and $10 for adults.
So affordable, and you know that money is going to a great cause.
Exactly.
What are you most excited about for this year's concert?
I don't know. All of the acts are so great this year. We have a really good jazz band that's going to be performing from DY. It's an 8-piece jazz band. They're really, really amazing. And we also have a student from CCA who is amazing on piano. He does classical piano, and he's probably the best pianist I've ever heard. So that's going to be really exciting.
Very exciting. Well, thank you for telling us all about the concert. We really appreciate it. And also, thank you for your hard work for the organizations here in our community. I have a feeling you're going to continue that public service as you move forward in life.
Definitely.
So what a great place to start. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.